everyone. Today we will discuss the poem The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman. Talking about the poet, Walt Whitman was an American poet, essayist, and journalist. This poem, The Voice of the Rain, is a short free verse poem which was originally published in a periodical called Outing in 1885, and the poem was later reprinted in Leaves of Grass, which is Whitman's most celebrated collection of works. In this poem, the speaker listens to the personified figure of rain, which is similar to poetry. Describing each stage of water cycle, the poet celebrates the coming of the rain and the happiness it brings to the people on earth. The poet claims that poetry nourishes humanity just as rain nourishes the earth. Rain has always been special for humanity because of its life-giving property. It nourishes not just the earth but also our souls at times. Getting wet in the rain is a wonderful experience for many. Rain is a bag of mixed emotions. At times, it quenches the thirst of the land, beautifies the earth, brings smile on faces, but at times it's also a source of immense suffering when there is flood or when it rains for days, causing waterlogging and other such problems. Now let's listen to the poem and enjoy the essence which the poet wants to convey through the poem. "And who art thou?" said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer, as here translated. "I am the poem of earth," said the voice of the rain. "Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea, upward to heaven, whence, vaguely formed, altogether changed, and yet the same, I descend to lave the draughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. And forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin, and make pure and beautify it. For song issuing from its birthplace, after fulfillment, wandering, regged or unregged, duly with love returns." In these lines, the poet speaks to the gentle spell of rain and questions, "Who art thou?" The poet didn't expect an answer, but surprisingly, the soft falling shower answered, which the speaker translates for the readers. The rain said that it's the poem of the earth. The rain calls itself the poem of the earth. As the earth is the creator of the rain also gives happiness to Mother Earth. In these lines, the rain describes its journey. The rain starts its journey from the land and bottomless sea, and it's in an impalpable form, which is the state of vapor. This entire process is eternal, which doesn't have an end. Out of land and sea, the rain ascends towards heaven, which is the sky, where it takes an indistinct shape in the form of clouds. The rain changes its form and shape, yet its core matter remains the same. The raindrops pour down from above to wash away draughts and dust layers of the earth. It quenches the thirst of the earth and gives life to everything that is lifeless without rain. The rain gives life to seeds which would have been lifeless without it. The rain provides happiness to earth as it washes away droughts, purifies the earth, and helps in harvesting the crops which would be lifeless seeds without rain. And in this manner, rain continuously gives back life to its own origin, which is earth, by providing water, beautifying and purifying the earth. Everything on earth would be dull and lifeless without rain. The last two lines are the poet's own words and his reflection upon the answer given by the rain. The poet concludes that rain is similar to music or poetry. Song or music and rain both are creativity. One of the poet or musician and other is the creativity of earth. Both rain and music can heal and rejuvenate. Both have a similar journey where they originate from the birthplace, travel across the world, and return to its origin with love, whether people love them or not. Both rain and music receive mixed reaction, sometimes enjoyed, sometimes not enjoyed. Yet, for the Creator, they are precious, who always receives them with love. The main theme reflected in this poem is the importance of cyclic nature of rain as well as the poetry of the poet. First, the water evaporates from sea and other water bodies to atmosphere. There it forms clouds, which then comes back to earth in the form of rain. The whole cycle of the water is vital for earth. It is this cycle which makes the earth green and clean. It makes life possible on earth. According to the poet, like rain, his poetry is also vital for humans. It also has cyclic nature. First, it goes from the poet to different people. Then it changes them either by teaching them or making them smile or encouraging them or helping them to solve some problem or struggle against something. Finally, it comes back to the poet along with happiness, criticism, suggestions. Let's now see few poetic devices used in the poem. The first and the most important one is personification. Rain has been personified in the poem where the poet has given rain voice, and speaking is a human trait. Hence, rain has been personified. The second is imagery, where soft falling shower is an example of imagery used in the poem. Now, listening to soft falling shower, the reader has an image of the gentle rain or drizzle. Next is hyperbole, which is an exaggeration of ideas for the sake of emphasis, and an apt example in the poem is Bottomless Sea, where the poet is trying to tell us the vast nature of sea, that it doesn't have an end, it doesn't have a bottom. And at the last one is metaphor, which means an indirect comparison. I am the poem of the earth is an example of metaphor where the poet has compared rain to poetry.